I'm in the battlefield. So I don't live like I have everything rosy around me. I live like I'm meant to do it. So when I see that I'm facing challenges, the first thing I'm thinking is, what is God teaching me from this tricky situation? Okay. So I guess you have to
Okay, so I want to ask, when we're sorry, when we're talking, having a conversation, you said there was a phase in your life what actually made you stop working and decide that okay, this was supportive for me. I need to look for a better way to manage myself, my time, my family, and then you now stop working, and then God gave you a job starting working from home, and then you were like, okay, this is for me. Why don't I produce other women to this? I just want that story. Now that we hear about it, now you got inspired to start.
thank you. So I worked with, by the time I moved to Lagos, because these are all experiences based on God's guidance to my life. So I got to Lagos and I started working with Lagos State Football Association. But that wasn't actually what I came for. I came over to Lagos to grow myself in the industry. The competition was really high. So I was coming in to them. So at the course of the journey, the group of people I was working with could not afford to pay me because we had startup. So I was absorbed by Lagos State Football Association as the IT officer. And also, after a while, I became the PA to the chairman. But when I was there, before then, I was everything was just normal because I was single and I would jump around, come back home late, and all the experience of coming home late. I told her I had a case of robbery, a robbery attack. I was stolen several. There was the time I was standing at the junction to wait for my husband to meet me. It was actually done around 11 p.m. And then there was this bottle of coke from nowhere. They flung it at me and it busted in front of me. I was laughing and I was running because I couldn't see any human being around. I was the only one in the room. And you know how dangerous it was. So these were things that made me feel so bad. Then I took him. Then I got married actually. Then I took and I had a miscarriage. And I started telling myself, is this how I'm going to continue my life? Running to the island and staying there, getting home late at night. Now, when I got married, I remember a particular day I was with my friend, we went to see the family when they just had a baby. So while we were talking, my husband said something. We were talking about war, and he said, I hate her job. So I leave before my husband wakes up. I come back when he's in bed. So you understand that kind of lifestyle. He just made that statement, I hate her job. And it got me thinking, is this how I'm going to raise a family? So the whole situation didn't get any better. There were times I had to cry. And I asked God, please show me the way out. And I took the bold step to resign. And the rest of them are history. So maybe I could cut it off.
Oh, yes. Yes. So this morning when I was talking to a mother care, she said something and she was like, what time we should be on the interview? And I was like, oh, five is okay. And she was like, it's the program starting 5. And she was like, because I want to be there. I want to open everything that is happening. And I'm like, this one is HF in my spirit. Like, so I was like, okay, this is, I think this is our person and this is our family. So, she told me about the story, and one of the things she said, one of the obstacles you face was that she cannot get an admission in school in 2020. And she said during that period you had some ups and downs. So I would just love you to tell us about the ups and downs you had and how you were able to overcome it.
Good evening, everyone. My name is everyone. I really want to thank Pastor David for this weekend that is really a privilege and an honor to be here. So, that question, yes, when Pastor David reached out to me, was for a family care. I was on Friday last week, and she said that she wants me to know that it was something. I said, hey, okay. Just to know your mouth on the right person. And I was planning my program that was last week. So I spoke with Special on Sunday and we got to talk over a long time and we started with my academic. So I wanted her passion for the health team. They asked me what do you want to become, what I want to become a doctor. And that compassion has been in me right from that time.
while I was a child.
Yes,
So even while I was a child. So I finished secondary school in 2004, that's 24, and I went to my first jam. I had 200. I know that that is not a good mark for someone who wants to study medicine. So at that time, I went to Bogota, they gave me my biology. I did a pretty great at that time. Still, they were like, okay, mathematics, this, that. And you have to write jam also to cross. So I wrote my jam, that's the second jam. And I remember vividly, my parents were like, okay, let's take you to a special center. I said, no, I've prepared the context, I'm going to write this myself. And I wrote it down. My result came out, I had 174. And they're like, you are too proud of yourself. You have to do this, do that. I said, I've tried my best. That's what I could do at that time. And it was painful, but then I realized that, okay, this is what my capacity could do at the time. So, an offer came from a cousin. She studied pharmacy technician in Lagos State College of Health Technology, Ayaba. And she was like, it's a good thing, this, that. And my parents don't want anyone to stay at home. They are not after that. So I went, I sat for the exam. It came out, I did very well. And there was an oral interview. Passed the written exam, go for an oral interview. And out of everyone on the row that we were meeting, I think it was only me they asked one question that day. And they just asked what the alternative of the role. And I gave them the answer, like, okay. And that's it. And they were asking other like very hard questions and they could not answer. So, and for pharmacy technician was the only course at that time that had limited space for students because we were just 15 and over like 100% applied to. So I was part of it and I finished from there. I came out as a fresh graduate student. And at that time, I was preparing at the end of it. I was preparing for my jam because I wanted to study more. I'm like, okay, I'll still be young and I can still further my education. So in between, my HOD recommended me to an hospital where was cardiology hospital in the pharmacy technician. And I walked in there and I'm like, no, I want like I have to be more. I have to do more for myself. I cannot settle for this pharmacy technician. And that made me to apply for exam. I studied. I think I had to 77 at that time. And I was like, okay, now that I have all the jam this thing, I can study medicine. I put in again, I didn't get medicine, I got myself. Okay. I got the theology at that time, and I was not so happy. I was not so happy at the time. I was like, okay, theology is a branch of medicine. I think I can work with it and all of that. So I got in for my first year. So for the first year, as a medical student, so there are physiology, anatomy, and all of that. So as a medical student, you have to have a cut-off mark for you to transit to maybe the College of Medicine in Assist. So in the first year and the second year, I was okay. I won first class, but I was like a very higher second class offer. And that's how they just gave that. Oh, you guys are for something, we just need 10 students. And from that 10 students, only the first class students that would be able to graduate. So at that time, I was not a first class student. And one thing that I knew was January 1st, I think the second or the third day around that festive period in 2019. Yes, 2019. I was crying in my mom's room and she was like, what's going on? Why are you crying? I didn't even know that I was not going to transit. I just said, I don't want this physiology thing. I'm not sure that's what I want to do. I want to become a doctor or a nurse. And there's all of this thing. I'm not growing younger and all of those things. How many times did you have to exam? 4 times. 4 times. Wow.
So even while in LASU, I wrote another jam. Wow. So I wrote down 4 times. And she was like, how is that not like agreeing to this? I didn't want to write down that jam and all of that. I said, that's what I want to do. She was like, okay, she'll speak like that. And my dad was like, do you think you're getting your younger one? They're already in school, you're not going to school with them and all of that. To me, it was not really a thing because I was like, this is my own personal service and I just need to face it. So he didn't answer, then I went to meet my older brother who was the one who paid for it. And he gave me a condition that I have to still apply to LASU. There's no problem because that time I did not do that. But one thing I realized was that all through the journey, everything that looks like my parents or someone was going to assist to get it to even work out was the thing that I would see for myself. God would help me. Those were the things that were working out for me. So at that time, it was like okay, people decided, and to cut a long story short, I was not transiting, and I was like, maybe this was the reason why I got that feeling to write and prepare for another job. Long story short, I'm married my final year in studying microbiology, which I didn't want to study. And that's even another story. So you didn't still get medicine, I did not. At that time, I wanted to do, I was like, okay, time, let me do nursing. So nursing was not accredited in Unilag at that time. And they sent a mail to me where my phone died. I need to quickly change my course, if not, I will not even be eligible for any admission that year. Now, like how that I didn't get to know this, so I reached out to someone. Fine, without my, till now, I don't know what changed my course in microbiology. I was one person the whole thing. So I believe it was sweet. Yeah. Thank you.
So the reason why I actually wanted to count your story is because I think that was one story that inspired me, and that was another person to hear. And this question actually goes to Francis. When Francis was talking, one of the questions I asked was like, how are you able to manage motherhood, job, being a wife, and not being overwhelmed? Because she actually got a nanny, and she has a two boys, twins, and a baby girl. And then she's children herself, and also juggling job and job of a wife. So how are you to do all this without being overwhelmed?
Thank you very much for that question. It's not just a job because last 2 weeks we had an international conference and it was held in my pardon in the house and there was still no nine. So the thing is, I start with my mind because when God said all things are possible, and He says to me, I can do all things. I wake up in the morning and in my mind, I wear my strength. I wake up when my kids were very tender because my mom passed on 2 days after I had twins, so I was still in the hospital for me. So nobody to come and do the usual morning visiting. Then my mother-in-law that came in, she ran from the hospital because her daughter had fibroid operation. She was with her, but when she went heard that my mom has passed on, she left her daughter right towards me. And she's actually asthmatic, so I really there was so much can do for me. So when I go home, I gave birth 3 years. So when I go home, I saw the situation, there's nothing I can do. I told myself, I wear my strength, my clothes. I wake up and I go and cook that food I want to eat because I'm not from my husband's tribe. I know what I want to eat. I know what they used to do for women, but I can't because no more is there. I go to the market and I buy it because my mom gave us the privilege to help when some people have babies around us, our neighbors. She took them in, and I had to bow down and all the rest. So I knew I could do that. So it took me just a week to heal, and by the grace of God, I started healing from hospital. So by the time I got home, I didn't have the covenant plasters anymore. I took a while. Then I jumped into the market. So this, so the first hot water, and I have to. I did it myself, and only God knows now how to do it by yourself. Have you done it? I'll talk about that. I've done it though. I've done it. So, I don't want myself. So all those things, I didn't know all the mistakes I would be making. Nobody was there, and she would try. Then she would tell me because my in-laws were actually from Nigeria, and she now said, "My kid, just be strong." That's what she said. Just be strong. I don't know how, but she just have to be strong. So a point will come where she's feeling unwell, she have to leave, and I'm alone. So there were times the children are crying and all that. I surround them with my day is surrounded around them. So once they are asleep, I'm making food, I'm cooking. Once I hear one cry, I'm done with cooking. The guys start to work everything, I have to stay with them. Or else they are too comfortable themselves. So I get to stay with them, spend time with them. Once someone gets home, I make my husband comes home from work, I really rush it to do everything. I make sure everything is organized. And coping with them without a nanny was not easy. It's not like I never wanted a nanny, but it's just that life. So I told her, I tried. I'll make an arrangement, do interview, agree on the money, but they won't show up. That happened the first time, happened the second time, happened the third time. And I was like, okay, I was like, is God not telling you something? Now my kids are 7 years old, the twins, then my daughter is 4. They can wash their clothes, dress their bed, dress my bed, sweep the house. There's nothing I want them to do they don't do for me. Because I'll tell them, it's all me and you. And the time I was pregnant with my daughter, I knew I can't do so much to bend down and pick after them. Then they were just 2 years. They would mess up the whole house. I'll think my head, what's the fastest way to get it done? I'll get a bag, hide it on the door, and I say, we don't have a game, do it, do it. And the first person to pick the most toys gets a high five. And my children, they don't pick a high five. They don't give a high five, they will cry. So that high five is the gift. They will pick after themselves, they dress their bed, and I'm free. Then their dad was able to help us. He was also handy. He goes to the market when he has to. He will buy them and we all prepare for school. So till today, we still do it together. So the thing is, first, he travels a lot for the past 1 month. I'm seeing my husband, and he's still not home yet. So I've been with them. I held a conference in the house. I hosted people, speakers from Germany, Sweden, and attendants from many parts of Africa. How was I able to maintain consistency with my work, showing up every day with this student? I still have to do school run before I came this morning, this afternoon. So the thing is just the commitment and the mindset. I tell myself, if I don't know who will do it, just like that Albert will say, I don't know who will do it. So that is it. I tell myself, then nobody come to rescue me. So why am I waiting? I get up, I wear my strength like a bag, and I jump in. Then days I feel I'm weak. Word of God, and I prepare myself for the day. I speak to them before they wake up. You're going to listen today. You're going to listen to me. You're going to give me with you because this is the reality. You're not perfect every other day. There are some days that you can't just help it. There are some days that you can see everything is falling down. They are arranged to make you angry, to frustrate you. But the thing is, what are you doing to yourself at that time? Are you falling or are you building? Are you learning lessons? Because they say don't scream, don't scream. There are some days you scream at them, but you realize that this is what I'm doing. And how can I stop myself from doing it next time? I catch myself in the middle of it. Then another thing I do is to tell them, honest with them, children understand. Hi, David, I am tired. Mommy is tired. And you know how she acts when she's tired. She's going to say it on stage, but the next time she start acting erratic. You know you don't want mommy to be like that. So yes, hold your sister. I'm about to hold a meeting and I'll be live for a long time.